Please be seated. Welcome to the inauguration of Gregory D. Hess as the 16th president of Wabash College, now in its 181st year as a liberal arts college for men. We are joined on this historic occasion by presidents and delegates from 26 colleges and universities, and by family members and friends of Greg and Laura Hess. A special welcome to all of you. We are very pleased that you are with us. Today we will hear from a number of individuals, including a Wabash student, a Wabash alumnus, a member of our distinguished faculty, and of course, Gregory Hess. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Derek Nelson, who will give the invocation. All other speakers will proceed without introduction.
Let us pray. O God of light, this college is no better than its people, no different from its people. Take then what goodness we may have and deepen it, our good will and strengthen it, our good judgment and intensify it. Where we lack courage, where sloth and pride creep in, purify us. May we, who can be so hard to lead, be led by the wisdom that seeks justice and by clear eyes that delight in the possible. Let its laboratories hum, its studios pulse, its lecterns ring out, its chapel steps roar, its heart beat on in this place, as boys become men, as cosmos becomes creation, as knowledge becomes wisdom. This college is no better than its people, O God. Be among us today, then, so that we and our president might become worthy of its ideals and strong enough for its charge. Amen.
Good afternoon, alumni, friends, parents, distinguished guests, students, members of the Hess family, and trustees. We are here today to celebrate an historic gathering in the story of Wabash College. Behind me sit the young men who represent the endless and relentless thinkers that drive the life of this institution. Students. The Wabash man is a breed unlike any other. He thinks critically, he acts responsibly, leads effectively, and he lives humanely. He inherently breathes tradition. He lives with an unbridled agency which he must tame in compliance with his own definition of the gentleman's rule. His critical mind, through liberal learning, embraces progress with open arms, yet also holds steadfast to lessons of the past when it is indeed necessary. On behalf of these students, the Wabash men of today and of tomorrow, I welcome you all to this special ceremony honoring a special man who will lead this exceptionally different kind of place. Gregory Hess is a scholar, an economist. He's a man with a pointed and precise focus on holistically shepherding Wabash College to become the liberal arts college for men. You know, I couldn't be any happier to speak louder, to speak clearer, and to speak more directly to the mission of what we've always been, an institution that educates young men in the most excellent tradition of the liberal arts. I welcome leaders of peer institutions and even student leaders from some. Wabash boasts an independent spirit, but must always recognize that collaboration is the lifeblood of our daily activities. We recognize this opportunity, and we look forward to continuously setting new collaborative standards with our peers from other institutions in company with our new president. Friends, current Wabash men look to the future with high expectations. We see opportunity, we see challenge, and we see greatness. Above all, our expectations will stand strong. We will continue to embrace the challenges of today with our time and with the continued calling and example of our alumni brothers, friends of the college, parents. We will embrace the challenges of tomorrow and give back with both time as well as our treasure. You see, the standard has been set, and the challenges will be met. So, President Hess, we've got your back. Our call to you is to lead us in this college in ways that none of us can quite yet imagine. Our striving for excellence is relentless. Our focus, like your own, is precise and pointed. We are in this together. Lead us in a fashion that you've so well stated, President Hess. Onward and upward. Thank you.
President Hess, it is my distinct honor and privilege to extend on behalf of my faculty and staff colleagues a warm and most enthusiastic welcome to you as the 16th president of Wabash College. In addition, I am especially pleased to welcome you to the economics department, in which you are now a tenured member. I am personally extremely gratified to have a president who understands the concept of opportunity cost. You got the joke, that's good. Inaugurations are about beginnings, and yet many say that this institution we love and celebrate today is an anachronism. Higher education, some predict, will soon require nothing more than an iPad and a blazing fast internet connection. We at Wabash must emphatically disagree. We believe that the transformative quality of a Wabash education depends critically on what happens among people here on this small campus in Crawfordsville, Indiana. It happens in classrooms, in offices, on the mall, in the lab, in rehearsal spaces, in the art studios, in fraternities and dorms, and on playing fields. Indeed, this human interaction based on mutual respect, a shared spirit of inquiry, and broad commitment to our mission constitutes the secret sauce, as Dean Raiders often puts it, that produces alumni of great accomplishments, many of whom are in our midst today, sharing in this celebration. But Wabash cannot stand still in the face of changes unfolding at unprecedented rates. We must evolve to remain as strong, as distinguished, and as relevant as we have been in our 181-year history. At the same time, we must remain faithful to our mission of graduating men who think critically, act responsibly, lead effectively, and live humanely in a world that now so desperately needs liberally educated leaders. In you, President Hess, we have found a president who has the vision, experience, courage, and creativity to guide us in finding solutions to the problems that challenge Wabash at this critical juncture in our history. A distinguished scholar with degrees from some of our most prestigious institutions, you have been a leader in conversations at the highest levels about the future of the United States in a volatile global economy. You bring with you experience as a rigorous and highly effective teacher at, among other institutions, Oberlin College, one of our most respected GLCA partners. You bring an outstanding record of leadership and achievement from Claremont McKenna, where you served as vice president and dean. One of your colleagues said that you, quote, polished an already strong faculty, and that you demonstrated a wide-ranging intellect and quick strategic thinking, making you a wise and strong leader, end quote. In the short time that you have served as president, you have revealed yourself to be a man possessed of a keen intellect, a willingness to listen, and a capacity to make and take responsibility for bold decisions. You have already shown us that, true to your word, you treat everyone the same, regardless of position in the college, and you personify your own management maxim, no prima donnas. Your affability and lively sense of humor have already been a welcome leaven to faculty and staff meetings. President Hess, you have called upon all of us to join with you to expand our academic footprint and to elevate the position of Wabash College in the national discourse of higher education as the liberal arts college for men. The sweep of this ambition tells us that after only 3 months, you understand not only who we are, but what we can become. You challenge us to extend even further the boundaries of the classroom to include new curricular and co-curricular learning opportunities for our students, as well as horizon expanding off-campus and international experiences. You invite us to imagine a more capacious physical campus with new structures in which our students live, learn, work, and play. You have, in short, called upon us to seize our opportunities now, and in so doing, create at Wabash a model liberal arts education for the men of the 21st century. President Hess, the faculty and staff look forward to working with you to create a new era of vitality and achievement in the ongoing history of our beloved institution. Welcome to the Wabash family, Greg and Laura.
It is with extraordinary gratitude that we gather here within these sacred portals to celebrate Wabash College and formally welcome President and Mrs. Hess. This is a special opportunity to share our appreciation for the college, the people who constitute it, the culture that drives it, and the leadership which will sustain it. We give thanks for all of you here today. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the National Association of Wabash Men, our 13,400 living alumni, and those who came before us, we welcome you, our esteemed guests, students, trustees, faculty, coaches, and administrators. Many of us who today proudly call ourselves Wabash Men, perhaps most, came here with no idea what lay ahead. No idea we would be stretched well beyond our capabilities and our comfort zones, forced to better understand not only facts, but also realities of divergent perspectives, backgrounds, and values. The more years that pass, the more deeply we appreciate how Wabash's rigorous environment, its unrelenting demands in the classroom and studio, in this very chapel, out on that mall, during competitions, athletic and intellectual, gave us skills and insight that forever help us continue to learn, directly shaping the families, communities, and organizations we joyfully serve today. Back in those days, few of us fully understood that this incredible community doesn't just happen. It's quite intentional, and it has been since 1832. Work and careful thought are required from our college's people, professors, staff, coaches, administrators, and trustees. Each of you, a teacher sharing a common purpose to so effectively mold the perhaps bright, certainly unrefined specimens that arrive on campus every year. Students and alumni. Your effort sustains a culture which opens our minds to the world, its challenges and possibilities. You expose our capacity to change that world. Whether the first in our families to attend college or scions from generations of success, we are forged into common brotherhood, understanding that no matter the circumstances of our birth, race, or faith, we are united in our responsibility to assure a better world for those who follow. What we do with our lives will affect others, so we must live humanely, informed by critical understanding of facts, history, and peoples, unafraid to challenge the status quo. For taking us under your wings, teaching, cajoling, counseling, even cuffing us, metaphorically, of course, we are grateful. We are grateful for 181 years of leadership that has pushed this college forward, sometimes in spite of seemingly unconquerable challenge. Whether we graduated 50, 30, 15, or 5 years ago, this is a better place today than we experienced as students. Constantly improving, thanks to generosity and vision, assuring we have outstanding faculty, facilities, and opportunities on campus and around the world. But as much as our surroundings and worldly opportunities may have changed, Wabash's fundamental culture remains steadfast. For this, we are grateful as well. Today's tradition of teaching, here on campus and extending across the globe, is simply an extension of our history. Intense, immersive efforts where lessons are learned in faculty living rooms, fraternity houses, and residence halls, on athletic teams, and among the homes, laboratories, businesses, operating rooms, courtrooms, classrooms, and even cathedrals, where alumni and friends share their experiences with students, working with those on campus to help build better men. Wabash's first president, Elihu Baldwin, wrote, "Our purpose is never to rest while Wabash College shall lack any advantages for the student which are offered by the highest class of American colleges." We are grateful for that purpose and the adherence to it by past presidents and trustees, which allows today's Wabash to indeed offer advantages seen among the finest institutions in the land. We understand and are grateful for Wabash's unique position in offering these advantages to a broad range of promising young men, particularly those from less fortunate circumstances. But we also know there is work to be done. While blessed with many strengths upon which to build, there are challenges to our college, the people who constitute it, the culture that drives it, and the leadership which shall sustain it. We are grateful for those challenges. Today we celebrate them, because in meeting them we assure Wabash continues to thrive. We'll take them on, knowing Wabash always fights, powered by scientia virtuti, knowledge and courage, moral wisdom. With that good work in mind, President and Mrs. Hess, our alumni today rise as one with our broad strengths and varied perspectives, offering our heartfelt gratitude and full support as our college, with your leadership, sets the global standard as the liberal arts college for men.
Excuse me. It is my honor, as chairman of the Board of Trustees, to continue the long tradition of presenting to a new president the college's original charter, dated January 15th, 1834. This charter is our cornerstone document, the foundation for all the college has done and will do. In presenting this charter, we honor our past. It is entirely fitting that we do so. especially in this place, where at odd times we feel the presence of those who came here before us, those who shaped and sustained this college and passed it on eventually to us. Our indebtedness to them is great, and we have no choice but to follow their example. In presenting this charter, we also look boldly to the future. Wabash may be a small college, but it is independent, resourceful, hardworking, and strategic. It has a rich history of accomplishment. It will rise to any challenge. If, to paraphrase Mr. Lincoln, the world chooses to little note or long remember this important day in our history, it really doesn't matter. What does matter is that we remember, that we go forward from this place with a renewed commitment to our mission, that we put to good use the power of this community, and that we dare to believe that the best days of this great college are yet to come. Gregory D. Hess, my fellow trustees, and I have faith in your ability to lead this college. You have the strength of mind, the depth of wisdom, and the greatness of heart essential for this task, and we pledge to you our full support. I am pleased, more than I can say, to entrust the college's original charter to your safekeeping. Ladies and gentlemen, the 16th president of Wabash College, Gregory Hess.
Members of the Board of Trustees, ladies and gentlemen, parents, family, friends, and yes, Wabash men, good afternoon. I am pleased to share this proud moment and occasion with you. Thank you. Those are the words that come to mind when I reflect on the warm and generous welcome that Laura and I and our daughters Abigail and Meredith have received since joining the Wabash family in July. We have visited with alumni, parents, students, and friends of the college from Los Angeles to Fort Wayne, Cincinnati to the District of Columbia, and from Center Hall to South Bend. In every visit, we have been pleased to hear about the important opportunities and gateways that Wabash College has provided young men for further success in academia, business, and the professions. Wabash is indeed a college that transforms young men and changes their lives for the good. Higher education is also living in changing times. Who knows if for the good? The old 3 R's that focused liberal arts institutions, reading, writing, and arithmetic, have given way to our dedicating, by necessity, too much of our time to the new 3 R's: recruitment of students, resources to provide the highest quality education, and demonstrating the relevance of the liberal arts. These new 3 R's, recruitment, resources, and relevance, are not going away. The academic world has changed, permanently so, and the results of this change have not yet been fully realized. So while we in higher education work through our administrative strategies, we are wise to remember, as John Lennon wrote in a song to his son, life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. The true academic life of the college, that peace in the quiet, those very still waters, continue throughout these complicated shifts in higher education. Our true academic mission, to liberally educate each and every student, is a timeless reminder of the lives we change here at Wabash College, one young man at a time. For while the problems facing higher education and the world are complex, the solutions need not be. Amidst the jostle and the fray and the haranguing static and noise that often surround our academic endeavor stands our foundation, the simple gifts of the liberal arts. These profound gifts, the ability to see, to act, and to speak, are the bedrock that underpin teaching and learning at Wabash College. They are the reason I borrowed the theme from my inauguration from the Shaker tune, Simple Gifts. For ours is a college, as Wabash President William Kane said in his own inaugural address, whose work is to educate men. He said, Wabash's purpose is not simply to educate the intellect, nor to train the hand or the eye or any fractional part, but to educate the man himself, not to make specialists, but to make men. To furnish through its courses of instruction and influence that which will bring to the student a well-rounded development and discipline of mind and body and spirit, so that he shall be able to step forth from the college not only conscious of his powers, but but in command of his powers, able to summon and direct them in this channel or that which he may choose for a life's work. We give our students the ability to act, to take action, by building their skills in writing, language development, scientific calculation, and by enhancing their abilities in critical reading and communication. Wabash men are not bystanders. They are empowered by the skills and confidence developed here to act upon the challenges facing them, their families, and their communities. Wabash men, as students and throughout their lives, are guided in their actions by the equally simple and even more elegant gentleman's rule. Yet the fundamental gift of a liberal arts education is not only learning to act, but also learning to see, to perceive. Seeing things better, perceiving things better, helps Wabash men to actually do things better. Seeing more clearly and with a wider field of vision frees them to use their skills more wisely, more comprehensively, more insightfully, and ultimately more decisively. Each academic discipline provides the Wabash student with a prism through which to observe and reobserve angles that reflect and magnify questions and solutions they may have never considered. These profound glimpses come from every area of academe, from economics, literature, philosophy, art, chemistry, or any other academic prism. They are cross-fertilized by the multidisciplinary inquiries that have so strongly defined a Wabash liberal arts education. As Wabash biologist, poet, and teacher Robert Petty observed in 1982, all of us can and do learn much at the far margins of our own disciplines, at the frayed borders between our own understandings and the unique knowledge of others. These disciplines converge in that aha moment that happens here daily at Wabash College, as each student sees the world differently and uses their newfound skills in ways they had never imagined that they could. Learning to take action and to see are great gifts, but they do not form the complete basis of a liberal arts education. The final simple gift that a liberal arts education provides students is the ability to speak, to have a story of their own that shapes the arc of their lives and that allows them to see themselves as part of a broader narrative and undertaking. Our story at Wabash is distinctive, purposeful, and centered on the whole formation of men. This narrative is based on our mission to educate young men to think critically, act responsibly, lead effectively, and live humanely. These elements of our mission help to guide and educate men and inform their actions and perspectives towards higher purposes which reside outside themselves. This simple gift inscribes upon each student an expectation to be an imprimatur as a gentleman and as a responsible citizen. It imbues them with a story like no other in higher education. Bill Plaker, class of 1970 and beloved faculty member at Wabash, spoke beautifully about Wabash's core purpose and the difference a small but powerful institution can make. He said, "We live for sure in a world that needs saving. Bureaucratic jargon disguises moral issues and human pain. Experts retreat to the role of skilled technicians, unwilling to make judgments about values and leave the championing of public morality to the bigots and extremists. Never have we needed more people of common sense and integrity, people who ought to be products of a college like this one. A few such people can make a difference. It only takes one lawyer in a small town to help an unpopular defendant get a fair trial. It takes only one doctor, one scientist in a research team to raise awkward questions about human values. It takes only one business executive, one union leader, one social worker to bring imagination to bear and find a new way of solving a problem. Only one journalist or public official to expose the public's business to full public scrutiny. Only one poet or one artist to help us see the world around us anew. It only takes a few truly educated people to make a difference. If, in the years ahead, some of those are not graduates of Wabash College, we will have failed to be worthy of the tradition which we inherit. These simple gifts, to act, to speak, to see, make the liberal arts more relevant, more necessary than ever before. Wabash College's simple gifts, the traditions we inherit, will continue to change lives, even in the face of these changing times. Now, a good speaker knows never to stand in the way of drinks and dinner. So let me end my talk this evening by borrowing from the words I used when I was a candidate for this position. I know that Wabash means a lot to people. I know that this college means a lot to this town, and that the fate of Wabash College and Crawfordsville in Indiana are inextricably linked. There's a story here at Wabash that spans lives and generations, and I won't ever forget that fact, or the sacrifices and generosity of those who have made this college great. I will be a steward of the love and the joy that you hold for this great institution, and I will, by my efforts, be worthy of that trust you place in me. I will be there as you are rung into the college on your first day in chapel, and as you are rung out on the last day when you graduate. I won't step on the C in the Lilly Library, nor will I step on the W in the Allen Center. Laura and I will be on the sidelines cheering you on, whether you win, and we're winning right now, or you lose. And we will be at your performances in the audience, being your biggest fans. I think you will find that I make people feel valued and included. I work collaboratively and openly with each and every one of you. If there is something we need to fix, something we need to do, some conversation we need to have, something we need to aspire to, we will do it together. At this time in its history, Wabash College has the unique opportunity to leverage its standing and to help shape the course for the importance of liberal arts for men. I am honored and excited to lead the college in this endeavor. I believe in Wabash. I believe in the mission of this great college. I believe, as Bill Plaker did, that uncommon good can come from a few good men willing to think critically, act responsibly, lead effectively, and live humanely. These are the simple gifts of a Wabash liberal arts education. And these are the gifts I pledge to safeguard and proclaim from the hills of Maine to the western plain and to the light of the southern seas. Thank you.
Please rise for the benediction and remain standing for the alma mater. Students and friends of Wabash, faculty, staff, and especially Greg, receive these three blessings of God, three simple gifts omitted from your list. The gifts of dissatisfaction, incomprehension, and impatience. May you always be dissatisfied with what is superficial, trivial, and only partly true. May you never comprehend what is less than fully good, lest it come to seem normal. And may you remain always impatient with those who bless injustice and stand in the way of real freedom. This I pray in the name of the one who blesses all by his challenge and who comforts all with his promises. Amen.